good wording. Day 8 of infection. 48% of the population infected. How reflective of our current situation, right? It's as if I picked this game to mirror our problems with the coronavirus infection right now, right? So, the blacks. The blacks problem. What was I on about, actually? Right, so they want reparations, essentially. And so this is perpetuating the whole thing, right? There's a bunch of black people who are actually want to live normal lives, and they're succeeding, actually. And there are a bunch of black people who want to live the life of a crime because they don't feel they're being given the reparations. They're not having their problems fixed. So instead of stopping being a gangbanger, a gang member, and selling drugs, and getting the education to get get yourself out of the toxic environment you're in, you're staying in and expecting white people to just pay you to stop being a gangster. That's pretty much extortion. So based on that, that's what I wanted to say, I think, or at least get to eventually. That's how they are acting, or at least a part of their population. And with that, we go to the event where, of course, the George Floyd, the black person, was killed by the police, and that was bad. But also in the meantime, when the Black Lives Matter riots were going on, some black guy just murdered a child, and no one is talking about that because he was black, so we can't perpetuate racism, right? So that's being swept under a rug. And in the meantime, when the violent riots are taking place, there are also another hero, as we'll get to soon enough. Hey Doc, why don't you just excise the cancer? Just cut it out. Would that work? Maybe. Probably not. It was injected, so.
What's happening to me?
You're being cured, son.
Carry the infection. They might be using you to produce an antivirus.
It's just poking him with his bare hands.
And find a way to help your biology reject it.
How?
Cut off its food supply.
Which is? Everyone alive?
Dive into those bodies, I'm gonna need some armor.
Right, so armor it is. Grab a tank. Will I be able to fight a tank? What is it here? What's the big... Oh, not pay any mind to me. Okay. Oh, there is an underground pass? Oh, it's not underground, but it is, yeah. So a tank. At least it's not an APC this time. Good. So during, not only some black guy killed the where are we going? It's samples for the Penn Station corpse. It's right here. What? What are we doing? Hold on. What the fuck? Return the tank to the morgue. Which way are we going? How are we? What are we? I need to pack things into the tank? I don't remember this mission. Not the details. Well, not the mission. I really don't remember much of the game. Not the details, yeah. I remember you're a guy that's infected with superpowers, so that should be good enough, right? Oh right, that's based on the camera position. That's on. It's surprisingly the tank in this game is not controlled with tank controls. Yes, right. So not only was the black guy. Did I get it already? Hijack your tank. What am I doing here? I don't know, man. That's gonna be difficult, and the episode was gonna be long after all, as usual, right? Did the marker change its location? No, not really. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Right. So, not only that happened during, of course, the peaceful protest of Black Lives Matter, that blacks are not perpetrators of violent crimes, but also there was this guy that was trying to, I don't know, be a civilian who tries to sort of maintain the issue, or be like a militia. No, a civilian militia. Yeah, of course, because it's militia, right? It's military operation. That's why we need civilians. That's not how it works. The dude was trying to help with guns, I guess. His name is Kyle, I think, and he did, right? He was running around the streets and was being harassed by blacks. He wasn't firing at anyone yet. He wasn't firing at anyone yet, but he was being chased by a group of black people.
Bodies are in a base in Harlem. Let's go.
Oh, Harlem, talking about black people.
Minutes with those corpses. I think I can get what you need.
Oh, good. That should be fast then. My God, these vehicles are driven so awkwardly. I mean, seriously. The one thing that could use tank controls is a tank. Seriously, I mean. Well, so Mr. Kyle there was being chased by a group of black people who threw rocks at him or something. Were being chased. They were chasing him, and he was not firing at them. Right, he was doing the responsible right thing of not escalating the violence, but then he tripped on the street. And what happened then? Well, the black people decided to jump on him and stomp his head, so he returned fire. For me, seems like justified action. I mean, his life is being threatened right now, and up until this point he was doing everything in his power to de-escalate it by running away, but the blacks jumped him and attacked him and were using violence, so he used the rifle he had at him, and he started shooting. So from here I don't know whether he shot anyone dead, or what happened, but I know he wasn't really aiming because he just tripped, he was just stomped on the ground, and he was kind of flailing with his gun in the general general direction of the blacks that attacked him. So that happened. And all this blacks versus white America, and the fact that there is a coronavirus infection going on is nothing. Finally, we're at the topic of the video. Well, title of the video. This is pretty much the credit drop or title drop. We're finally at the title drop. All this is nothing compared with Belarus is going through. A cutscene is one of these things. AE6. That sounds like a name of a son. What is his name?
What is that?
Just ignore it. I'll deal with it.
This won't take long. Just give me some time.
Oh, level bell. That sounds like a name
They're coming.
Elon Musk would name his child as. Yeah, the name not Alex Musk. Musk would name his child. Alright then, so with that in mind, what's going on with Belarus? In Belarus, there is this guy who got into power 20 years ago because the current power that was going on back then was even shittier, even more communist. And as we all know, becoming a president is not as difficult as becoming some Hokage in some anime. It's not that you have to be the best, hardest dude. You just need to be elected by enough idiots. So people bought into his propaganda, into his election plan program, into his program that he would change things. But turns out he was just a dictator in disguise. And as soon as he got the chance, he started doing shit. Like, I mean, I'm sure at first, I'm not clear on the details, but I'm pretty sure at first it seemed legit enough. Oh, come on, they're overwhelming me. If only I had some guns that are lying on the ground right behind me. I'm trying to kill the hunter to get more health as soon as he stops stun-locking me, maybe. Or maybe I'll just start eating people like this regularly. Just regular people. I'll start eating regular people. Just die. I know I've got very little powers, but I'm not defenseless. Just kill him already. Oh, there it goes. There we go. That'll be easier now, and healthier. So his programs were going pretty fine at first, but then he decided to just change the constitution to allow him to run for president for more than 2 terms. He would propose to change the country's flag to resemble Soviet Union more. What a dude! I mean, what a dude! And you know, just kept doing shit even worse instead of helping people, right? He became a dictator. He ran for the 4th term. It is his fourth term right now. 1.5 more minutes of this. So we've got a timer on this mission, episode maybe technically. Come on now. I know where you are. I'm trying to help you. How are you doing? Lab was bad. Shit. If only I could grab things and wasn't being overwhelmed. That would have made things easier, right? But I guess that's the difficulty here.
So I'm leaving you here, Raglan.
Go and target the hunter. There it is. That's gonna make it easier. And now pick up healthlings. Am I just defending Raglan right now? Oh, jeez. This isn't good. I lost. Well, shit. I guess the missiles actually break the wall. So, what do we do now? We see each other when we're at the similar point in the gameplay. So we're not spending too much time here. Right, so we're pretty much back in where we were, and I got less overwhelmed because I used the only AoE I had left, which is this ground pound. So that's what I'm doing over and over now. And back to Belarus. So the dude, what he does is people are catching on to the things that he's doing, and his support is dwindling. So the next election is coming over. And what he does is, of course, he fakes the election, which we know about because the exit polls say that he did not have as much support as it ended up being in the election results. He supposedly got 80% votes when the election was, when he was elected, the time that he faked it, right? He started imprisoning political opposition. He was faking every election since then. There was independent. What would be the term? Independent experts, control people, who verified that the election was faked, but he remained in power because what the fuck are you gonna do about this, right? He of course uses military to keep people in check, to control his opposition and shit like that. And now, at his 4th term, people are mass striking or rioting as well, or peacefully protesting, because to not give the military a reason to kill the infected. Now the war is no longer a concern, but they keep going. Shit, stop it. Now I'm too far away from anyone to deal damage. It's very hard to fight those fucking what are they, hunters, when you've got no powers, when you're weak. Who would have thought? They're strong and you're weak and you're losing now. Annoying. There were guns lying around here. I would like to pick up another javelin. I'm pretty sure there was one more. Was I wrong? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I mean, come on now. That's not what I do. I'm not being wrong. Right. So right now everyone is in danger when it comes to Belarus. I mean the citizens, because if you're on the streets, you can just be kidnapped by the military forces and ordered to repeat the words that Lukashenka is the rightful president, and you like him very much. If you have any kind of campaign, or if you, what would be the term, indicate that you would like to compete against him for the seat of president of Belarus, he will imprison you. If you make like a video on YouTube that you're gonna run for presidency in Belarus against Lukashenka, you will He'll get imprisoned, possibly killed as well. So some black on white violence in America is nothing. All their rights, every human right in Belarus is right now is in jeopardy right now. Whether you're black or white, you have no rights. He's cutting off the internet. He's imprisoning people, beating them, arming up. He's trying to cozy up to Putin, and no one likes Putin, of course.
That's not good.
Wow, what a cutscene. Fortunately, we just get out because we could. I mean, cutscene getaway, that's great. Where are we going? To the market, I guess. No, that's good enough. Don't get attention of the military, that would prolong the episode. Yeah, so trying to cozy up to Putin, because he thought that he's gonna take over Russia if he cozies up to the previous president, but that didn't work out. So now he asks, or does he? He tries to cozy up to Russia and expect Russia to protect him and protect him, not the country, protect him. So everyone is arming up and putting armies at the borders with every neighboring nation. And I'm thinking, because Belarus, from what I know, is not in NATO. I'll annotate it if it's prudent. So no one will really help him. I'm not sure if Russia is. Probably Russia is in NATO because they need to pretend that they're a good player in the social political system right now. So Russia might be in NATO, so they can't really interfere, not officially as usual. So again, proxy wars as usual in this day and age. But you know, there's enough NATO to put this motherfucker in line. I mean, what's stopping you? Russia? What are they gonna do? Are you afraid of the nuclear conflict? You think they're gonna nuke you? You'll nuke them as well. Maybe call their bluff, finally. That's about time. Help those people. I mean, all of them are suffering in Belarus. Not just the blacks, not just the whites, the Asians, the whatever minority. The majority is suffering in Belarus. Put your Belarus lives matter in your fucking tag or whatever social media you've got. That's what BLM is gonna stand for now. Bielarussion lives matter. Fix it. Someone. Fucking give me the army, I'll fix it. I mean, it's a great opportunity for any neighboring country to get some influences in Belarus as well, when you try to have some military intervention in there. So why aren't you doing it? Because of Russia? Stop being a pussy, call their bluff. There's more of you than there is of them. Come on, it's about time. And with that, I'm sure this episode is gonna be very short and very easy to watch. I would like you to thank you for sticking through and listening to the most important parts about all this, which is that Bielarussion lives matter. Thanks for sticking by. Hopefully you'll visit for more of anything on my channel. And in the meantime, keep your wallet closed, because, you know, you can play these games for free, or I can play them for you. So why would you spend money?